Good morning and welcome. The rain is just about stopping here, which is great. Let's just go on to Zoom as well. Welcome to our breathwork session and qigong session this morning. We are going to be doing similar to what we did last week, where we were focusing on our box breathing. Can you hear me okay on Zoom? It's raining here, so we're getting lots of dripping and stuff. Can you hear okay, Keith? Sally, can you hear? Yeah. Good. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So hopefully the rain has just started to subside a little bit here because I'm in the conservatory, so it was quite loud earlier. I was going to do it in the other room, but we should be okay. So finding your comfortable standing position. Tom's here as well, Christine's here, Gillian is here. Finding your comfortable standing position. And let's start off with some gentle knocking, feet shoulder width apart. Tall through the spine. Really work on the head balanced on top of the spine, the head balanced on top of the neck part of the spine, that cervical spine here. So we keep lifting tall through the spine, really relaxing the shoulders. Just breathing easy. Freeing up the upper back, the space between the shoulder blades. And just glancing side to side. We're not doing a big twist or anything. Just take that glance side to side. The rain has been really heavy here. It's actually just slowing down now. The rain is just slowing, calming down a little bit. We've had thunder. And then just gradually slow your movement down, slow it down into water waves. So here we had that little bit of resistance. Softening the breath, keep the breath quiet, very soft, very light. Not breathing too much air, not breathing too little air. Maybe just gradually slowing the breath a little bit. Maybe that's happening naturally because we're slowing the movement. And then take a rest. Stand tall. And then taking your feet out a little bit wider. So we're going about a shoulder and a half width apart. And we're going to imagine you've got like that little bit of a weight on your tailbone. We're keeping the lower back long. So we're not tilting the pelvis at all here. We're just lowering your center of gravity. So just dropping your center of gravity. The knees are in line with the feet. So watch that the knees aren't rocking in or rocking out. So you feel that little bit of a stretch there through the groin area. Just get that movement going where you're just lowering the center of gravity. If you want to go a little bit lower, if you want to go a little bit wider, that's fine. But remember, it's not a stretching session. It's about just lengthening, mobilizing, lowering down. So there's no change in that spine position. I'm not tilting backwards and forwards. I'm just lowering my spine, lowering my pelvis. The spine is just sitting on top of the pelvis. I'll show you from the side. So I'm not going into a squat position. I'm just lowering pelvis down, pushing up through the ground. Just get that movement going. Nice one. Gets the legs working, gets the legs nice and strong. When we're comfortable with that, we're going to do that pushing out to the side as we lower. And then as we stand tall, lifting the arms up and again pushing out as we lower. We're really lengthening out, stretching out that arm line now, flexing the wrists. Oh, the rain is getting heavier again. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I got the laptop set up in the other room and it started going, I thought, oh, the rain's stopping, so I'll come back in here. Pushing. And just finding your rhythm. Listening to the rain. Let's do 2 more. And then take a rest. And just walking your feet back in, giving those legs a little bit of a shake. You've been working the hips there with that one. Shaking the legs, standing tall, and then taking one wrist, arms above the head. Now watch when we bring the arms higher above the head, watch that we're not leaning back there. So again, keep that spine tall. So if you're forwards a little bit here, that's absolutely fine. I'd rather you be forwards there rather than leaning back. So if you can, just stretching the arms up. And then we're just going to, sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Just gently, imagine that you're like pulling that arm. So we're getting that movement here, we're getting the stretch here through the armpit, through the ribs. And then you can just hold the position a little bit, but then just breathing into the ribs. So keep breathing into the ribs. It's not straining, just breathing into the ribs. Couple more breaths. And then back to center. And then swap sides. So gently lift and lengthen. And gentle pull. And rather than just pulling the shoulder up, feel that length and that stretch through the ribs, through here, through the muscles in the side there, between the hips and the ribs. Making sure you are breathing into the ribs, not holding the breath. And then back to center, just bringing the arms down. And then we'll do the similar one, the earth and sky. So down to the ground, lengthening the spine, and then that gentle. So maybe we get a little bit more movement here now we've done that little bit of an extra stretch prior to that. And then breathing out. Breathing in as you lengthen. Make sure you lengthen first, and then you're squeezing a lemon or squeezing an orange here. And then breathing out. Breathing in, lengthen up first, lengthen, and then. Now just find your rhythm and just keep repeating that movement, breathing out and then breathing in. Wow, that rain is getting heavy here. Keep that breathing smooth, movement smooth. And then take a rest. Let's, bit of dog wags the tail, so shifting side to side. So imagine you've got a tail on your tailbone and then just free up that upper body. Feel that wave through the spine. Into the neck. Still keeping tall as well, so still keeping that sense of lifting from the crown. That feels nice, feels good. And slow it down, slow it down. Excellent, and the rain slows down a little bit there as well. Let's do, I just need to put my time on because I can't see what time it is, and I'll be going till 10 o'clock if I don't see the time. Let's do the box breathing again, as we did last week, but with the qigong movement. So we'll start off with, that's it, good, you can see the clock. We'll start off with soaring crane this time. So remember, we're breathing in here, and then we're going to hold at the top of the breath. Now when we hold, I don't want sort of like a hold tight, tight, tight. Even though you're holding the breath, it's almost like everything's still expanding. So get that sense of everything's still expanding, and then we'll be moving as well. So you're still holding as we open up the shoulders, open up the elbows, and then we connect the fingers. So by the time we've done the hold there, we're then breathing out. And then the pause is just stillness. So relax into the stillness, and there's still that movement. So although we've got a hold and a pause, don't think of it as a stop. Think of it as expanding, still breathing in and hold. And out. And pause. Breathe in. Hold. Out. Pause. Really elongating one breath cycle. Breathing in. Hold. Out. Pause. Breath in. Hold. Still expanding. Out. Pause. As you're breathing in, you will most probably need to take a fuller breath than we would if we were just doing this without the hold and the pause. So it's a nice, calm, full breath. So your body knows it's then got enough breath, enough air to hold, to be able to manage and control this longer breath cycle. And I'm going to leave you to do this in your own comfortable pace, at your own comfortable pace, with about the same length breath in, same length hold, same length breath out, and same length pause. So it's a little bit challenging, but you're not out of breath. So see if you can just settle into your own rhythm just for the next few movements. Don't need to follow me, or if you're on Zoom, you don't need to follow anyone else on the screen. You can start to lower the arms a little bit if the shoulders are starting to take the toll of the weight. Just follow 2 more of your breath cycles. That's a full in, hold, exhale and pause. 2 more. And just taking a moment just to breathe easy. Just letting your breath settle back to just how it wants to breathe, its normal breath rate. Another really appropriate qigong movement which lends itself very much to the pause at the bottom and the hold at the top is the tree sways in the wind, because we get the continuous movement but we get that pause and that hold. So palms facing up, and then we're bringing the breath in up one side, breathing in, pointing to the crown. There's the hold at the top of the breath, but the movement is coming round to the center. And then you've got that out. And then you've got the pause. Breath in, just follow me for a few, just so we can get used to it. Hold. Out. Pause. In. Hold. Out. Pause. No stopping of the movement. Keep that movement fluid, flowing. Just holding the breath but still expanding at the top. Out. Pause. Stillness in the breath there. Now find your rhythm. Again, keeping the movements pretty equal in length. I'm just counting roughly 4 in my head for each one, but you find what feels good for you. But see if you can keep them as equal as possible, very much in the shape of a box with the breath, but the movement is continuous. So one more on each side from wherever you're at the moment. Good, and then taking a rest there. Okay, let's find a seat, find a comfortable seat. The rain has stopped here. And just to balance all of that out, we're just going to take some time just to allow the breath just to settle naturally, and just tune into a few physical sensations with the breath. So not any guided breath work in terms of rhythm, in terms of count, but just to give yourself that moment just to feel wherever you're sitting, whether you're sitting on the floor, that you're stable and supported on the surface that you're sitting on. So if you're on the chair, you've got your feet in contact with the ground, and stable and supported by the surface that you're sitting on. And just think what we've done in terms of that lengthening the spine, that lifting from the crown here. So that nice strong spine. So if you're on a hard surface, you can feel your sit bones. So you've got your sit bones and you're lengthening up the spine. But making sure that we don't become rigid. So nice long, strong spine. And then just bringing our focus to the face and to the face muscles. So just softening and relaxing around the eyebrows, softening into the eye sockets. So you can have your eyes open or closed, whatever you prefer. Relaxing the cheekbones and the jaw. So there's space between the teeth, but the lips are just lightly touching. Remember that idea of inner smile. If the face is relaxed, it tells the mind it's relaxed. It's this fascinating connection that you can do things physically with your body, physically the way we breathe, physically the way we stand, our posture, that can tell our mind that we're safe. So relaxing the face and having that sense of inner smile just signals to the mind that you're safe. And if we're safe, then our breathing softens, our breathing relaxes too. So just bring awareness to where you feel any physical sensations of the breath. Maybe very, very subtle movements in the ribs, in the rib cage, in the belly. In the back. And the purpose of this practice is just to allow you to breathe, or allow the body to breathe just the right volume of air that it needs. Not too much air, not too little air. And if by bringing our attention to the breath that slows the breath, that's absolutely fine. But not trying to breathe in any particular way. Notice that very clear physical sensation of the air as it enters the nose, the nostrils. It's a very easy place to notice the breath. Just giving yourself those few moments just to let the body breathe naturally. And then just as and when you're ready, just taking a calm, fuller breath in through the nose, a nice slow full breath in through the nose. And if you've got your eyes closed, just opening your eyes, letting that breath go through the mouth, through the nose, just cleansing and clearing, giving yourself a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a brush down, a little bit of a stretch. Sorry, we've gone over a couple of minutes there. It always takes, when you go, you think, oh, I've got a few minutes, we can sit and do some focus on the breath, and it goes really quickly. But all you need is a couple of minutes. It's amazing. You don't need to spend hours and hours and hours and hours. So just take those couple of minutes just to allow your body just to be natural, your breath to be natural. The rain has stopped, yes. I can go out for my run. I was thinking, I'm not going out in that, particularly when it was thundering. Have a great day. Thanks for joining in the session today, and I will see you on Thursday. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you. Oh, is it? It's come across. Oh, well, it stopped here. Hopefully it wasn't too distracting, because I know when it's here, when you can hear it on the roof, the mic, it sounds horrendous sometimes on the mic. I was going to do it I had everything set up in there, and then I thought, oh no, it's stopping. It's much easier in here with all the space. But anyway, we did it. Have a good day. See you later. Take care. Bye. Bye-bye.